Caitlin here. Hello, hello, hello. So I had a friend reach out and I ended up being able to do Wonder Woman at a comic book store. It's called Blackhole Comics and I am so excited. I'm going to be unboxing a bunch of stuff that I purchased for Wonder Woman. I decided to purchase this cosplay because I do recognize that as a cosplayer myself, sometimes it's nice just to buy it and you just have it. You don't always have to make everything from scratch. If you're entering a contest, that's a different territory, but let's go over some of these purchases. So. And I will also say that a lot of this stuff, it has copyright issues, so it ends up not looking like Wonder Woman a lot. So the bracelets, okay? So if you did not know, I had to resurface all these old memories of mine. These are technically supposed to be made of a shield, like from ancient times and stuff, and I just think that's so cool. And it's supposed to be a shield that's like Greek and stuff because that's her history, and I almost wanted to make one that had, you know, the stuff on the inside, you know, from Athena's shield, like a Greek key or something like that. I might add it to these after for a little like lore, but, and this is an official DC product. So it's not sealed on the top. Pretty much you undo the staples and it'll come out. Yeah, these are, so there's this clear wrap. So when I first saw it, I was like, oh no, the star's like messed up. It's not messed up. It's just this. So something I just thought of. Oh yeah, you get like a bunch of fingerprints on these. So I had people, there's like a little hole here. I'm not sure what that's for. Maybe so that you could put a bracelet through that, or like a elastic band and have it here so they don't just fly off. I am very skinny wristed. They said you could tighten them. I don't know if you can. I don't want to break them. I'll do it as much as I can to this one. Okay, so compared to the other one, I was able to tighten it quite a bit. Alright, but I need to shape it much better, so I actually misshapen it really bad. So when you tighten it, it really misshapens it. It goes like this, like an egg shape. See that? So these are pretty cool. This clear wrap is not on the inside, it's only on the outside. And sometimes to like get it, it's like in the inside a little bit too for you to get it. Like it like overlapped into that. This sucks. And the star did not warp, so there's that much of a gap. I actually do not want to keep going with that. Like, I'm that person that has to take links out because my watch is too big on me. So I'd say that's pretty good. Yeah, I was wondering if I could get out sideways. You can't. Ugh. I'm right-handed, so this is my bigger hand. All right, so when you come out, sometimes your hand can go through like this. Oh, actually, that's kind of helpful. Oh, I can't go backwards. Ah! Oh my god. Oh, this is my right hand, and my right hand. What the? All right. Alright, so maybe don't tighten them too much. My right hand is bigger. Did I give them the same size? Yeah, so my right hand is bigger, so you might have to size one slightly bigger because of your size. Hi, baby. Hello. You wanna check out things? Okay. So another thing, so I really like the classic Wonder Woman that she's got the red earrings. I think it was 1982, because later on in the 80s she had like extra crazy curly hair. I don't want that. But then in the comic book version, they kind of, yes, her hair is black, but they kind of show like the light bouncing off it like it's a black blue. So when you type in black blue, it really just looks like super navy blue. I found a wig. I will have to style this. Okay, so it is black. That's a wig cap and a fancy bag. I never had a fancy bag before. There's the fishnet. All right, so that's actually got a nice curl to it. I thought it was like only wavy. There is lace front. All right, so some wigs lately have been having that fake skin. It's not like that. And it's very light. So this is what the inside looks like. They have these clips that always get stuck in my hair. So I feel like I failed to show a technique. So a lot of people like to pull this down and then glue it. Another technique that I had a friend tell me long ago is when you put a wig down, you have the glue on, right? And you take a comb and you press it down, because you press it down, the hair is going to be flat. But the other one is that when you put a wig on, you can oh, this has clips. That's good. Like one here. Oh, I don't like this. The other clips there. All right, so when you have this on, when you put the glue on and you really want to make sure it stays, because like I always forget wigs. Oh my God, this is so annoying. Get in there, just tuck it. Okay. So when you have wigs on and you're about to glue it on, this is what I do. I'm not saying you have to do it, is that I take the pieces from the sideburns and you have to like very delicately take them out. All right. Sorry, I keep hitting my mic. And take out this sideburn. I'm going to separate them eventually when I do this trick. It's not really a trick, it's just me makeshifting random stuff. So I don't put my hair in a ponytail, so I don't know if this would work for ponytail. So what you're going to do, oh, hello. So what you're going to do is you're going to have the glue on, right? And you're going to have these pieces already ready. So have these pieces already separated and ready, because I don't know how fast your glue dries. So you're going to have the glue on, get the wig where you want it. I probably want it here. And what you do is you take an elastic band and you tighten it here. Not too much. And because they're two pieces, yes, you could pull and tighten them. But remember, it's plastic, so be gentle and go like this. And then that way, when I just never could get in the headband trick, and I understand it also creates a look with how the wig is, but I could never do it because it makes the hair flat on your head. So, you know, you could do this, and then like, you know, when you pull the pieces, it tightens the wig. And then when you let go, it's glued. The pieces, the hair is not flat, it has that volume. Again, that's like, if you don't like the less volume look that the headband does, I get the headband, totally get it, but I just don't like how it makes you lose that volume in the front. So I just thought I'd share that tidbit, because I actually shared that with somebody and they're like, what? I was like, you mean you never thought of that too? Just like, I don't know, just like made me laugh a little bit. But so that's a little trick. And all right, so I definitely have to use thinning shears on this. If you don't, and there are blue pieces. You see the blue pieces? That actually is really what I imagine the comic book character kind of having. I probably have to cut the wig there. I'm not sure. I might just leave it as is, because this is actually a really beautiful wig as far as cutting overall length. But I will, no. I feel like I need to cut some off, because she doesn't have long hair in those versions, but there's so many versions of her. So when wigs tangle a lot, that's because, I mean, these have layers, which is good, but what it is that all this hair is one length. Your hair, it grows out and then falls out every so often. So even if you got a blunt haircut, you still have hairs in there that are not exactly the same. So the top pieces you save and pull aside. Then the rest, use a wig you don't like. You use thinning shears and then brush out the extra hair, and it'll be so much easier to brush. I've had a video of that before. It's better if you go to videos of people explaining it to you. But again, I would take the top pieces, so they have that slick, it's all the same length look, and put those aside and don't cut them, and then use the thinning shears on the other one. And I would get the thinning shears that have several small teeth, not the one that's got like the big chunky. You don't want the chunky one, all right? And when it comes to cutting layers, if you're putting it on a mannequin, you're pulling the hair up. If you're pulling the hair up, all right, you're pulling the hair up off the mannequin. Do not cut this way, because if you do, when it falls, it's going to be chunky. You want to point in and go underneath, because then when they all fall, the layers spread out further than what you actually cut them. So again, when you take those underneath pieces, do not cut them this way, cut them at an angle that way, pointed in. There's videos of people who do it much better than I, but so that's a pretty good wig. I'm actually very happy I chose one with the blue pieces in it, because it just, yeah, I need to redo this wig. Because if I had that gone, that looks more like her. That's too much. All right, so I always hate to cut wigs, but it is what it is. Oh, here you are. Come here. I feel like I have so many wigs I should like name them. Because some of them are awesome and some of them are a pain. Anybody name their wigs? No? Okay. So, that's that. So these were separate things. They were not together. The cuffs and this are separate. I will link everything. So this is official. It's like a cheap bag. But this is official, like it could be hung in a store thing. To make sure my cat doesn't get these. I swear she could like smell zip ties. I don't know what it is. She's too busy cleaning herself behind me. The star is a little crooked. Okay, so there's a weird indent on the other side. I think that's where they tell themselves, like, all right, put the star here. There's a metal piece in the front too. Maybe so the coworkers always put or the employees always put it in the right spot. I noticed that one of the combs is like bent a little bit. So when I was a kid, these teeth, they could break so easily when they're plastic. This is metal though. So you just put it on. Oh my God, I'm gonna have to point those out. So because they're metal, I think the benefit is that you could make sure they're actually curved to your head. But this sits, oh, this is gonna give me a headache. This is sticking out, it's a little weird. So this is gonna take some finagling. Let me just test it real quick. So these bend easily, but again, be careful because this is attached to this, it's not part of it. So the way that they go up and then the metal part, not the comb, it goes up and then it curves out. I want to see if I can get this to stick in without actual tools. No. So if you want to play with this, you need something. So if you got some jewelry tools or your husband's got tools, you like could make it shaped a little better. So that's pretty cool. And again, oh yeah, this has got fingerprints all over it. So I would presume those little things you use to clean your glasses are the lens wipes, not the disposable ones. You don't want to be wasteful because you might have to clean this several times. I would use those. Actually, let me go get one real quick. They're right in this drawer. So. Oh yeah. So these will work on this. Okay, set that aside. And then because she's got like those big chunky earrings, I got them. They come in a very textured bag. The backs are just rubber. So hopefully you have some earrings with better backs. I don't know why, but they've got this weird foam piece there. All right, this has got, okay. Ooh. I do is bend it a little bit to make it straight. It's loose already. So I'm probably gonna find better posts for the back because this was crooked from being in the bag and it's already loose, so. But this just has that really big, like cartoony big look. I have jewelry kit pieces, so I'm probably, it's like a metal post and whatever, and I have jewelry glue. But yeah, I like how these are big and cartoony looking. I wish they were maybe like half this size, but it's just to look like the comic book character. It's not that serious. If you're entering a contest, because they do not look good. Probably make your own out of clay. Easily. So. That is everything in this bag. Oh, I just realized something. You know how I said that cuffs, one might not have to be bigger? You'd have to remember which one's which, so I would make them both the size that your dominant hand could go through. Because then you're going to forget which one's which. So I'm going to leave that out in case I need to cut anything off. Usually it has that. Oh well. Boots. There's been quite a few complaints about those ripping off, so that would be interesting. But I'd rather look at this. Alright, so this definitely is a downgrade. No. So, yep. So it was a good call to buy them separately, but if you were on a budget, because budgets exist. So they want to start up higher. These are stretchy, so you could tighten them. Now, the inside is yellow. So if this fades, at least it's yellow on the inside, so be careful like what you rub against really often. And this, it's just okay. Then this doesn't fit. Oh, deep. Just cover my shoulders in case there's a lot of sun. Oh, this is kind of cute. I like this because, like, I can already tell. Yes, you could see my butt. I hate when things cover me too much sometimes. So, no one showed this and it aggravated me. I will add a W. So what I was planning is taking these apart and adding the W myself. So this is a little bit makeshifted, but if you don't want to do that, that's fine. But you can, within the same material, do that. So her rope of truth is attached. I kind of like that because I saw one that lit up and stuff, but then people showed that it folded apart. So make sure you check the pictures. Don't just look at how many stars it is. Actually check the reviews. Because they'll say they have 5,000 reviews, and then when you go down the bottom, you're only allowed to look at 5 of them. Probably because only those 5 are considered legit. So be careful. So this is... I'm not saying that word. Okay. But... it's stretchy. Some of the shorts out there were really cute. However, they had a seam down the middle and I thought that took away from it. Probably should have tried it on first. So let me try this on. All right, so this is pretty cute. It was very, how do I explain it? It's a little scary putting it on because I wasn't sure how much. So sometimes when you get a costume, the stitching is done in a way that it can't stretch as you put it on. So it stretches this way, so it's 4-way stretch. But then the stitching here is what I was concerned about. It stretches. So it stretches, but up to a certain extent. The other thing is that I saw reviews saying that this red, it fades. Again, it's the same thing as this. Like the inside is just red, so at least it's the color underneath. It's not white and then the color's put on top, so at least you have that. I am probably going to wear a corset underneath and then attach this to the corset because I'm going to be around children at this comic book event and I want to make sure I am professional. So you know, you gotta always make sure that some of these costumes, you gotta remember that things that are in comics, things that are in manga, cartoons, anime, when you watch that stuff, what an outfit does in those situations is different in person, and you have to make sure it's functional in a way that's comfortable for everybody. All right, so I think this is pretty cute. So next one, oops. Ah, baby. So the thing that was also disappointing is that these came in small, medium, or large, and that was it. Literally, small, medium, or large. These aren't slippers, they're boots. And people even said, I wish they had like a extra small, small, medium, large, extra large, because one person commented that they went up a little bit. The bag's a nice touch. I can see the glue's not that great. I should have put my hand in it. They're not falling apart. Alright, so I got the medium. I'm gonna actually measure my foot. So, my foot, when I lay it down, it's not the easiest. I'm usually at 8 or 8.5. I used to be at 8, but I got older, so my foot is about 9.5 inches long, and that's my right side, which is more dominant. And when I put these on, okay, so I can already hear whatever glue's here is coming down. I can hear it, so be very careful. I would use a shoehorn. And it does say Wonder Woman here. Is it licensed? I don't know, but I would use a shoehorn. Actually, I'm gonna get it because I'm gonna destroy this. I don't even know where my shoehorn is. Alright, I got it in. I'm gonna zip up. These are very tight, which I like, but makes me sad. So if I were to measure, for the reason why I grabbed it, the biggest part of my calf is like, with like measuring around it, is like 13 inches. So this is not that wide. Let me give you some flat measurements. Well, let me put them both on. It looks. Pose a few times and. Alright, so the zipper's a little stuck. I don't even think it has a reason to be stuck. Damn it. Alright, so this piece, it was folded and sewed a little close to the zipper, so it had issues. I'd always zip it all the way down because, like I said, this is very touchy fabric. I would actually make sure you have nylons so that your feet slip in, and use a shoehorn to destroy it. I don't know how people, maybe when you walk on pavement, something hard too many times. I'm standing in front of kids, so. Alright, so I look very tall. This is very cute. I will add a W, I might not, I don't know. Depends on my mood, because sometimes I just like to buy things and use them as they are so I can advertise like this is what it looks like. Yeah, I want to make sure that this stays up. I do have some invisible straps, but they're not as invisible as her. Okay, but invisible. But yeah, I think this is pretty cute, and I like these heels, and you could roll your ankle. I'm used to heels. I don't even know if I'm in the frame. Hang on. I forgot I backed up a lot, so I'm definitely in the frame. I just realized you could see all my crap. But oh, I should find the other stuff too. Alright, my hair's kind of like one coming, right? Alright, so I'm opening both of these just a little bit because of that one wrist that like doesn't like the behavior of it. So Yeah, I think this is cute. But yeah, you don't always have to make everything. Definitely don't have to. But yeah, be careful with the shoes. They come in weird sizes. Make sure you find a way to make sure that this is comfortable for everybody while you wear it. The cape is definitely a cute touch. It looks like it needs to be stamped. It has quite a few folds in it that are not going away as it's sitting there. These are definitely, I think, way better than the like ones they gave you out of fabric. And this is definitely 1,000 times better than the fabric one they have going around your head. But yeah, so I hope this, and this does not detach, and I kind of prefer it that way because when anybody pulls on it, like, no, that's attached, please don't touch it. I can see that being a problem. But like I said, one of the ones that actually lit up, which I thought was cool, they literally show you that it breaks in the comments, the pictures and the videos. So, but definitely we got it. The earrings, I don't know, I feel like they're gonna fall apart. The wig is definitely really cool. And I just think this is fun. I think it's gonna be really fun. I think it's gonna be a great time at the comic book store. It's gonna be a whole event, and I'll put the date and the link to the store and everything down below. But I will be there, and it will be a lot of fun. And they're handing out some free comic books and stuff. And I just hope this helps somebody, you know, figure out what to shop maybe, because a lot of stuff is not 100% authentic to like what it's supposed to look like for copyright reasons, I assume. And you know, you just never know how these things really function. I have to figure out a way to get this to put foam on the inside so that they stop wiggling and spinning. I feel like I remember someone saying you have to tighten them every time, but I want to do that because this is enamel and it could chip eventually. But yeah, I'm definitely going to figure out a way to get these to not wiggle so much. But I hope this helps you like figure out what to shop for. There were a bunch of other stuff out there, but you gotta always check out the reviews of people that are being honest, and it's very candid, and it's like videos and pictures and them explaining how the material works and stuff. The other thing that I remember someone saying is that this underneath is white. So if your measurement here is one size and your measurement here is a different size, I would go with this size. Like, you know, if this is like one size down and this is one size up, go for whatever this size is, because when it stretches, it does start looking white. Like, see how it starts looking white? I do remember that in reviews, but I hope this helped you. I hope you enjoy, and I hope you have fun. Great. Bye.
Wonder Woman for mommy? What is that? You look so beautiful. You're so... Okay. I'll take it. I'm sorry. Is Mama being silly? Is Mama giving these on your peats? Wonder Woman. I love you.